now, and center pass is with Anguilla. Anguilla takes the ball up court into the attacking third and into the goal shoot. Who misses out? Just give it. We should have the team list here with us. We're gonna run that team list to you. But it's the Guyana on the attack. And the infringement. Whistle goes. Is it Lakeisha onto it now? But coming away with it is Anguilla. Anguilla in the middle third of the court. Ball dropping there, but still in possession with Anguilla. And a toss-up for it there. Losing possession, but still with Anguilla. Ball played into the goal attack. That's Shenny. And Shenny converts. So it's 12-7. 13, sorry. To 7 in favor of Anguilla. Just to give it a starting line of score, wing defense for just the Anguilla team. You have Tandika Adams. The wing attack is Matasha Boeing. The goal keeps Cindy Fang. The goal defense Princess Gardner. The center for Anguilla, Tasnika Lovell. The goal shoot, Christy Roberts for Anguilla, Christy Roberts, and the goal attack is Shani Sabriti. So Sabriti with the ball now, and she's going to go to the hoop. No, passes it to Christy Roberts converts, and another goal to Anguilla. So Christy is having a good day so far against Guyana. Guyana up 13-7. Anguilla, sorry, up 13-7, and still with Anguilla. Sabini has it and loses out. The ball with Shani. Shani takes a long one and converts. And then a goal to Anguilla. Anguilla up 14. Guyana 7. So both Shani and Christy, they're having a good time under the hoop. Doubling the lead, 14-7 against Guyana. Colors, the yellow, green, and red. That's conversion for Guyana. Guyana up 8 goals. But it's with Christy. And Christy under the hoop, and Christy converts for Anguilla. Anguilla 15. Guyana 8. Center pass to Guyana. Really, both teams are trying to move the ball around as fast as they can. But Anguilla in possession. Anguilla up the court into the attacking third. Shane. And a 3-second violation. Guyana coming away with it. In possession is Guyana into the middle third. Working that ball all the way up into the attacking third. Referee goes in infringement. And the ball is still going to be with Guyana. Warm conditions, hot conditions as a matter of fact, here at the Tanteen Netball Complex. Is the ECCB International Netball Series. 10 countries, 1 champion. Whistle goes. Guyana still in possession. In the attacking third. And a jostle for footing and a jostle for positions between both countries, both teams. Loses out is Guyana, and Anguilla coming away with it now in the defensive third. Ball played in, moving around is Anguilla. very spirited today, even after they had that huge defeat yesterday. A more spirited Anguilla team today, coming up against Guyana. Shane goes up and misses out, but coming away with it is Cristino. Referee whistle goes, ball goes to Guyana. Loses out. Is that Christie? Still doesn't get it. Netball action here at the Tanteen Netball Complex in Grenada. If you're viewing from across the world, share the live. And Shane converts for Anguilla. Shane having a really good day today on court. 16-8. A still double of the lead, and ball is with Christie. Christie to Shane. Shane run back out the circle, and there goes Christie, and Christie just misses out. In and out for Christie. And Guyana coming away with it. Guyana up the court. Nice move from Guyana. Really working that ball around into the circle now. Now, ooh, what a beautiful conversion. That was a really good spirited play from Guyana. And of course, they will be encouraged by that. Up on the right flank of the court. And that ball went straight to the goal shoot and converts. Guyana 9. Anguilla 16. We into the second quarter. Second quarter of play. Just gonna pick up the goal shoot here, Lakeisha. She's tried hard yesterday too for Guyana. Lakeisha in goal shoot. The goal attack for Guyana is the pass. That's Tishana Smith. So Tishana and Lakeisha are the ones who are trying to get that ball into the hoop. And just to give you the other players for Guyana here, the goal defense is Jade. Wing attack is Kamisha, Atisha, the wing defense. The goalkeeper is Zoe. Center, Leila Adams. Anguilla in possession, into Christie. Christie turns to the hoop and shoots and misses out. But she's tall. She's probably the tallest on the court. But coming away it is Guyana. Guyana seeming to favor that right side of the court. They're very strong on that side. Although this time around, they're on the left side of the court now. And ball played in. To Lakeisha. Coming away with it, it's Anguilla. Anguilla taking the time, just moving the ball around, well, I'll say gingerly, slowly. And still with Anguilla. Losing out. Contact. And Shane has it. What is she going to do? She's playing it back out the attacking circle. And ball played long, but really Shane, that was just too much for Shane. And ball goes overturned to Guyana. Guyana in possession. We into the second quarter. Halfway into the second quarter, it's hot there, so certainly the players will have to get refreshed during their breaks. Tanteen sporting the flags of 10 OECS countries, well, except for we have Barbados, we have the Cayman Islands, and Guyana here. Ten Eastern Caribbean countries, except 7 Eastern Caribbean countries here, and Anguilla in possession is Shane into Christie back out, and that long reaching arms of Christie comes out under the basket and converts for Anguilla. And I think Christie is really using a height advantage here today. She's really capitalizing. They're going to make a substitution on Christie. just going to pick up the other goal shoot coming in. We look in here at Tanteen, 17 to 9. Anguilla is leading in possession. Shanae under the basket, and it's going to be 18. No, she misses out. Referee whistle goes, an infringement, but still with Guyana. Guyana up the court into the middle third, passes it into the center, back up into the attacking third. Now it's Guyana. Ball played across court. Losing out on possession is Guyana. Anguilla with another opportunity to extend their lead. Anguilla, center court. Into the attacking third. Now is Anguilla. Ball with the goal shoot. And you can hear the voices on the benches. They're really spurring on their players, you know, encouraging them. And that's what the sport is about. Speaking to the organizers yesterday, and they were quite happy with the participation in the tournament. They were also quite happy with the fact that there's a lot of emerging talent coming out of this competition. I was not even aware that so many Caribbean netballers has gone on to play professional netball. So this certainly is a breeding ground for professional players, just giving them the opportunity to play and spotting them. In fact, for Grenada, Lakisha Kato, she played in Australia at the professional level, and a number of players from Trinidad, Barbados. Well, we don't even want to talk about Jamaica, because Jamaica is ranked 3rd in the region, and netball in Jamaica is such a huge sport compared to the rest of the Caribbean countries. That's why Jamaica is leading the Caribbean and world ranking at 3. 2 attempts for the goal shoot for Anguilla, unsuccessful. I think the ball is still going to be with Anguilla. A huge defeat from Anguilla yesterday, but today they're back on the court and showing the metal, showing what they're made of. It's Anguilla. Up into the attacking third, under the hoop is Anguilla. Is she going to convert? And no, it goes all the way over the hoop. Guyana coming away with it. Referee goes infringement. Still ball with Guyana in the defensive third. Guyana up court now, trying to get that ball up into the attacking third. Still with Guyana. A little bit of hesitation there, but still. Is it at the 3 second? Or is it contact? It's contact there on Guyana, and up court now in the attacking third is Guyana. A little bit of hesitation again. Into the hoop and converts. So we pick up possession again. Guyana just converting. Ball with Anguilla. Contact there from Guyana. Anguilla has a free pass. She passes it into the goal shoot, and the ball around the circle there, and is it going to be contact? Referee whistle goes. Free shot for Anguilla. Misses out. Referee whistle goes again, and she converts. So the score's 19 to 10. 19 to 11. In favor of Anguilla. Second quarter, we pick up action here on the Tanteen Netball Court. It's the ECCB International Netball Series. 10 countries, 1 champion. Guyana in possession. It's a long one, and she converts, and she's really having a good. In fact, yesterday she was trying those long shots, and she was getting through. So she seems to be very good at finding the net with those long range shots. Anguilla in possession, into the attacking third, very quick. Guyana coming away with it now. Up the court is Guyana.
on the right flank, and they seem to favor that right side of the court. They've been successful on the right side into the goal attack, and she goes up and shoots and converts. Exciting play from Guyana there, and I keep making the comment that they're favoring the right side of the court, and which is really their strength. Is that the end of the second quarter? It is the end of the second quarter. High five for the Guyana team, finishing strong there. It's Guyana. They're down, but you can see the effort, the energy from the Guyanese team. Anguilla leading. We are Tanteen. Netball action. And if you're somewhere in St. George's or in Grenada, you get to see Grenada play Barbados later on at 7 o'clock. Come on down to Tanteen. My production crew is up and running. Yeah, and the vibes is just nice here at Tanteen. Warm, humid, not humid, but hot conditions here. Good conditions for netball. The sun is going to go down shortly, and the girls are going to enjoy some bit of a shade. Yeah, we love netball. Sport is live. So some games to come, just to let you know of the games to come. At 5 p.m. Antigua will play Montserrat, and Dominica will come up against St. Lucia. Well, the Dominica-St. Lucia games, that promises to be a good one. And then at 7 p.m. the Cayman Islands will play against defending champions St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's at 7 o'clock. And then Grenada will host Barbados. That would be Barbados' first game, because yesterday they were supposed to play. We didn't get play, and we still didn't get play on the first day. So Barbados is still without a match. Let's hope they get a match in today. That's Barbados against Grenada at 7 p.m. tonight. So if you're somewhere in Grenada and you love netball and you want to support the Grenada national team, come down to the Tanteen Netball Complex. That's at 7 p.m. tonight. Grenada will host Barbados. So if you're wondering what's happening, we had the half interval. Already had 2 quarters. And we had a half interval. Antigua leading over Guyana. Anguilla leading over Guyana 19-8 here at Tanteen. In fact, yesterday Antigua, they dropped Anguilla real bad. And Anguilla bouncing back against Guyana. Netball is not really the sport in Guyana, although I've been told from some of the officials from Guyana that it's emerging, it's building, and I know with the economy in Guyana now, if they decide to pump some money into that sport, certainly they will be a force to reckon with in the future. Halftime interval, and the vibes is right. DJ Danny is giving some sweet songs at courtside. Anguilla leading over Guyana. It's 20-10. So doubling the lead is Anguilla, 20-10 over Guyana. Players getting refreshed. It's hot. You can see the umbrellas on the bench. It's really hot outside there now. A newly surfaced court. Newly surfaced court, and I tell you what, that court has held up really nicely from what it was, because a little drizzle in the past and it was all over. Now there's some traction on the court. I'm told it's a new type of acrylic that was laid down last week, and the girls are getting their footing. Not much. No, in fact, you hardly seen the appearance of girls, you know, falling down, falling off the court because of the surface. So hats off to the guys who laid the surface down. Brand new surface. Yeah. So we had the halftime break. (2010) in favor of Anguilla over Guyana, doubling the lead. Antigua and Barbuda trashed Anguilla yesterday, and Anguilla is still saying, hey, we're not going to keep our heads down. We're going to keep our heads up. We're going to come out today and play some really good netball. Thanks. And it's a time when we, even at the commentary booth here, is going to get refreshed also. That's up to the production crew that we get this game off today, nice and running. We have 4 more games. 2 games at 5 p.m. and 2 games at 7 p.m. In fact, the much anticipated class up would be Grenada playing against Barbados at 7 p.m. And so if you're out there, come on down after work. Come and enjoy some good netball. Let's support the young ladies. A lot of emerging talent. Yesterday, Grenada had better of Guyana. St. Vincent played well. So it's exciting netball action throughout the week. Games are on every day this week. Let's hope that the weather holds nicely. So we have games for the entire week, and we culminate on Sunday. Sunday will be the much anticipated matchup between Grenada and St. Vincent. St. Vincent, the defending champions. In fact, this tournament is really been a toss-up between these 2 countries. Grenada winning the first tournament, the inaugural tournament, and then St. Vincent. And so it has been going Grenada, St. Vincent, Grenada, St. Vincent. And I tell you what, both countries have it all to play for in this tournament to reign supreme in the Eastern Caribbean, the ECCB International Netball Series. And again, too, a lot of these teams are playing for ranking, the international ranking. So St. Vincent and Grenada would definitely be looking at their rankings and how to improve on their rankings. Jamaica 3rd in the world, St. Vincent 44, I think. And Grenada is trying their best to come up into the rankings also. So a lot to play for. It's not just the matches, it's not just the wins, but the rankings. That's why the tournament is arranged in such a way that even this morning we had to play, we had to finish a match this morning, and it's all because of the rules of the tournament that, you know, points will matter at the end if there is a situation where 2 teams are tied for a certain position. Definitely the amount of goals scored will be taken into consideration. So lots to play for, really. You're playing for ranking, you're playing for prestige, you're playing for bragging rights, you're playing for everything here at the Tanteen Netball Complex. So just a couple of minutes remaining, and then we go straight into the second half. It's Anguilla leading over Guyana 20-10. Right here at the Tanteen Netball Complex. Don't forget, still to come, the much anticipated clash. There's a clash between Grenada and Barbados at 7 p.m. tonight. So wherever you are, which part of St. George's, you're in Guelph, you're in Grenville, Sautez, you want to come on down to support Team Grenada tonight. They're going to be playing their second game tonight against Barbados. Grenada had a heavy defeat against Guyana in their first game yesterday. And today they're going to play against Barbados at 7 p.m. Coverage is brought across the Caribbean. And if you're in St. Vincent, if you're in Dominica, whichever parts of the Caribbean you are, on the wider community, the world, there you go. Well, we pick up play. Second half has started. That's the 3rd quarter has started. And Guyana shooting towards the National College end and converts. So Ghana is up 20-11. Ghana up on 11 points. Anguilla ball in possession, played into the goal shoot. Infringement. Guyana comes away with it. Quick up the court is Guyana. Whistle goes. Infringement. Ball is overturned to Anguilla. And you can hear the voices from the coaches on the sidelines. Coaching from the sidelines. Anguilla shooting towards the road end. Back in the day we said the homemade bakery end. If you're in Grenada, you'll understand that language. So it's Anguilla. And converts. Checking herself on is Anguilla. Anguilla on 21, Guyana 11. Still maintaining that double advantage. There is Anguilla. Center pass to Guyana. Guyana takes it out. Overturn. Anguilla up the court. Quick as possible and into the goal shoot. Back into the goal attack. She's coming on for the first time in the game. Misses out. But still with Anguilla. Second attempt still misses. Guyana coming away with it. Don't forget we have 2 games coming up. After this game we have 2 games at 5 and we have 2 games at 7. Netball action here at the Tanteen Netball Complex. Antigua plays Montserrat. Montserrat has had a hard time last night, having to stop and start and stop and start. And really, it was interesting to hear about netball in Montserrat. They only have 1 secondary school in Montserrat, so you could understand what's going on there with netball. In fact, the only time they get to play in Montserrat is against each other in the school, which is like inter-house, inter-form competitions. And so to get a Montserrat team to come out here to play in this tournament is a huge feat for netball and good for the region. Cayman Islands against St. Vincent and the Grenadines at 7. Grenada versus Barbados at 7. So Antigua versus Montserrat and Dominica versus St. Lucia. That Dominica versus St. Lucia game should be an interesting one. Grenada mauled Dominica yesterday. St. Lucia had a win. 2 neighbors, 2 rivalries. Let's see what they got for us at 5 p.m. Anguilla. And converts. The score pushes on. Anguilla 22. Whistle goes. The players are a bit confused as to who's in possession, but still in possession now is Guyana. And is it stepping? Yes, infringement, and Anguilla coming away with it. A bit slow, Anguilla, in the 3rd quarter. Maybe the coach is asking them to slow the game down now and pick up momentum in the 4th. Who knows? But it's Anguilla in possession. Under the hoop now is a goal shoot. And she goes up and rolls off the rim. And the percentage on shooting for both teams has not been something that, you know, you admire. Nonetheless, ball goes into the hoop. Anguilla up by 1. So they're up onto 23. 23-12. Infringement. Anguilla has it up and converts. 24-12. Anguilla leading over Guyana. 1 Guyana. I like the concept of the 1 Guyana. In Grenada here, what do we have? We have pure Grenada. In Guyana, we have 1 Guyana. Nice concept. Because, you know, Guyana is filled with all the different races. And so 1 Guyana, to me, is an interesting concept to bring all Guyanese together under 1 umbrella. In Grenada, we say pure Grenada. Because everything about us, everything about Grenada is pure. Long ball played into the goal shoot for Guyana. Infringement, contact. Anguilla on the offensive now. Attacking from the right flank. It's Antigua. Ball switches over into the attacking third and converts. And a huge cheer from the bench of the Anguilla team. Anguilla from center court. Ball played in, still in center court. Just a little bit lethargic to me in the third quarter. They keep in possession, yes, but they're a bit slow now. They really slowed down the tempo of the game, Anguilla. That must have been from the coach's instruction. Match officials on point today. Great work from the ground staff to really install and put on the coverings. So there's a coverings for both court in case there is rain. But beautiful sunshine here in Grenada. Guyana in possession. Well intercepted there from the goalkeeper. Ball played in. Antigua in possession. Up court now. On the right side of the court is Anguilla. Really slowing play down is Anguilla. Still, ball played into the referee whistles goes. These umpires really have to be fit because they have to be moving up and down the sidelines with the pace of the game. And so there's a certain level of fitness that they must have. Trying to save the ball there is Guyana. Wonderfully done, but coming away with it is Anguilla. And just slowing it up a bit is Anguilla. Up the court into the middle third into the attacking third. Ball long pass into the goal attack. The ref umpire whistle goes. Score is 25-13. Is Anguilla over Guyana. 25-30. Player goes down for Guyana and needs urgent attention. Referee signals for a timeout, and she is grimacing. She is in some level of pain on the court. And it's interesting to note also that a number of these netballers, in fact, I would say maybe the majority of them, they're all wearing knee bands, knee support. And I think the jumping on the court is definitely this hard surface. It just takes me back to some players in the past who are now suffering from that same jumping on the hard surface. These girls have to be so careful. Maybe in time to come the surfaces will be improved, so there'll be a little bit of more cushion for them. But as we talk surface, we're happy to have a new laid surface at the Tanteen, and it has been a much improved one to what we've had before. Stand up to the weather too. Guyana in possession is Guyana. Under the hoop is Guyana and converts. So Guyana has moved to 14 points, sorry. We're just looking for them to change it on the scoreboard. They have not done so as yet. So Anguilla coming away with it. It's Anguilla. Anguilla still with it. Plays into the goal shoot. We have to pick up. She's been substituted. In fact, that's the first time on the court in the match. That's the goal shoot for Anguilla. We'll pick up a name shortly. Anguilla in possession. Third quarter. So we started the day with this game, this solo game. And then come 5 o'clock, we have 2 matches. Dominica will play St. Lucia. Picking up action here on the center court. Some middle third. Guyana. Still with Guyana, looking to register their first point in the third quarter. A long one. She's favoring those long shots. if my memory serves me right, I remember Young from St. Vincent years ago. She was the long shot specialist in netball in the Caribbean. She was that good. So interception there from Guyana, trying to win possession and bumping into her teammates on the bench, and still with Guyana. What a wonderful play that was, deservingly so. She will convert on the second attempt, and up is Guyana, another point. Scores 26. Guyana 14. Anguilla 26. And just a reminder, Antigua versus Montserrat. That game's going to come on at 5 o'clock, and that should be a keenly contested one. Antigua, Montserrat. Dominica plays St. Lucia, two neighboring countries. Another interesting matchup, Dominica, St. Lucia. And then at 7 o'clock, Cayman Islands versus defending champions, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And then Grenada, host country, well, they will come up against Barbados, and that proves to be not a walkover for Grenada, like they did yesterday against Dominica. So that proves to be a nice one. That's a 7 o'clock game. And of course, we'll bring all the games to you from the Tanteen Netball Complex in Grenada. It's the ECCB International Netball Series. Conversion for Guyana. Guyana up on 15 points. 26 to Anguilla. And we just hope that your viewers across the Caribbean and the wider world, that you're receiving this broadcast really clear and nice. Some of the countries will be popping in shortly for their 5 o'clock game. 10 countries, 1 champion. Sunday will climax with the much anticipated matchup between Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the defending champions. Grenada looking to overturn that. This has been a tournament of 2 giants in the past, Grenada and St. Vincent. And interesting conversation, as I mentioned before yesterday, on the really what comes out of these tournaments. You know, we get players, emerging players, young players, players who might be spotted for professional netball. A number of these countries have sported players who went on to play professional football, professional netball. Of course, Jamaica is leading in the Caribbean. Match officials now entering for the 2 matchups at 5 o'clock. Pick up play on the court again, and Anguilla. Ball played in. Goal shoot has it. She goes up and converts. 29 to 16 is Anguilla over Guyana. We're into the 3rd quarter. Just minutes away from the end of the 3rd quarter. Anguilla slowing it down in the 3rd quarter. They had 2 vibrant, really explosive first 2 quarters, and then in the 3rd quarter just slowing it down a bit, slowing the tempo down. Really in control of this game is Anguilla. Total control of the game at this point, leading 29 to 16 in the 2nd match of the tournament. Guyana's 2nd match also. Trying to save possession there is Anguilla, and doing so loses out. Still with Anguilla though. I just commented on the match officials, the umpires. They have to have a certain level of fitness, because based on the pace of the game, they gotta follow and be right there to pick up the infringements and to pick up the, just to apply the rules of the game. It has to be a certain level of fitness, certainly. Exciting netball action here at the Tanteen Netball Complex in Grenada. Grenada hosting for yet another year in this tournament. 3 invitees, Cayman Islands, Barbados, Guyana, for the first time. Timeout says, is it time or is it for third quarter? Seemingly it's third quarter. 29-16 at the end of the third quarter. Players going to get refreshed and come on out for the fourth quarter. That's the telling quarter. Can Guyana bounce back? 29-16, a 13-point goal difference. Can they close the gap? Can the coaching staff come up with something from the bench that can see Guyana closing the gap and possibly getting closer and closer to Anguilla? But in dominance of the game at the moment is Anguilla. Yesterday we had no matches played yesterday due to the weather advisory and a wet surface. And interestingly so, the moment the game was called off, no rain fell for the entire night. That was like, oh my God. That's what happens, you know, we cannot predict what will happen, but I tell you what, we must have shot ourselves in the feet yesterday by saying, hey, could we have hung on for another half an hour? Because we called up the game a bit early. When we got that drenching, that rain, that downpour of rain, and everybody said, okay, well, it doesn't seem like this match is going to play, and then there was no rain after that. So we're going to take a short break and come back to you for the start of the fourth quarter. It's Anguilla leading 29-16 at the Tanteen Netball Complex. Well, we pick up action again on the Tanteen Netball Complex. It's the fourth quarter, the start of the fourth quarter. Guyana against Anguilla. Anguilla leading 29-16 as we approach the last quarter of the match. And let's see what the coaches have in store for the last quarter. Let's see if Anguilla is going to pick up the pace. They had two pacey games in the first two quarters, slow it down in the third, and now they're back here in the fourth quarter. Ball played into the goal shoot and up to the hoop, and it's going to be in and out of the hoop. Guyana coming away with it. Guyana in the first quarter favored the right hand side of the court, and so they started up again in the fourth quarter. Is it a 3 second? No, an infringement there, says the umpire. Ball played flat across the court, and in goes. So Guyana up 1-2, so it's 30-17. Anguilla in the lead and in possession and right on the loop, and that's going to be an easy one for Anguilla. And it's so Anguilla up on 31-17. Anguilla over Guyana in the fourth quarter. And good afternoon to you across the Caribbean and across the wider community. If you're picking up coverage here from the Tanteen Netball Court in Grenada, Grenada host of the ECCB International Netball Series 2025, 10 teams, 1 champion. Anguilla misses out on the first attempt, still with Anguilla, and converts. 32 to Anguilla, 17 to Guyana. Just about 2 minutes into the last quarter, the fourth quarter. Infringement. Guyana comes away with it and tosses it out of play. It's gonna be an Anguilla pass in. Anguilla on the offensive. And Shanae and Lakeisha and this goal shoots, they really have had so much of these ladies have their knee support. Vital for them in this tournament. Anguilla up court, contact, player down on the court. Up, contact from the goalkeeper, and Anguilla converts. 33-17. Anguilla leads over Guyana. And if you're just joining coverage across the Caribbean, you're looking at live action here from Grenada, the Tanteen Netball Court in Grenada, the Grenada hosts of the 2025 ECCB International Netball Series, 10 countries. You're looking at Anguilla in their orange and blue, and they're playing against Guyana in their customary yellow, the golden Jaguars. And the customary yellow, red, and green. They're called One Guyana. Conversion for Anguilla. Anguilla moves up to 34. Guyana remains on 17. Guyana needs to get off the mark. So it seems like Anguilla is definitely having the better of Guyana in this quarter so far. Still with Anguilla, goes up and converts. Anguilla moves to 35. Guyana still on 17. Center pass to Guyana. in the middle third of the court now. Into the attacking third is Guyana. Are they going to find the hoop this time? And still with Guyana, trying to move the ball around. Some bit of hesitation there, but still with Guyana. Is she going to go for a long one across the court? And contact. Anguilla winning possession. Anguilla out of the defensive third. Ball played into the attacking third now, looking for teammate. The goal shoot. Goal attack has it. Into the goal shoot and converts. 35-17. Yet to come off the mark is Guyana. Anguilla still has it. Ball played in again. Another opportunity for Anguilla to go up to 36, and so does 36-17. So it seems like the coaching staff of the Anguilla team has done their work at the start of the fourth quarter, because definitely they're better on the defense and also better on the attack. Into the fourth quarter is Anguilla. Both teams had heavy losses yesterday, so that would have been an interesting matchup today, but Anguilla really dominating. And again, just like Montserrat, Anguilla is a small island. I think just around 15,000 inhabitants. The population is around 15,000, so you could just as well as appreciate that, you know, they have a foreign coach in from England. And speaking to her yesterday, she was quite happy with what she had to work with so far, and commenting on the fact that she's getting the support. Support can be more, but she's happy with the support so far. So she will be a very happy camper today, going back to the hotel with a win. And the girls has come out and performed today. Well done to Anguilla. They're leading 39-17. Really disallowing Guyana any opportunity to get to the hoop is Anguilla. Their work is done. Their work has been cut out for them and is done. And up to the into the court now is Anguilla. She's going to go to have a shot, and she in and out, but still with Anguilla. 39-17, Anguilla over Guyana in the first game of what would be 5 games here today on the Tanteen Netball court. Another goal for Anguilla brings up the total to 40. Guyana, and center pass goes to Anguilla, so another opportunity for Anguilla to extend the lead. Anguilla into the attacking third of the court. Long ball trying to find a goal shoot, and so does. She goes up and converts. 41 to Anguilla, and Guyana remains on 17. So running away with it now is Anguilla, really, and Guyana doesn't have an answer or response to the Anguilla attack. And if you're back home in Anguilla and you're picking up coverage, a really good moment for your country, a really good time for your country to really be happy with the girls. The girls are out here in the hot sun and performing extremely well against a bigger name, 100 times bigger than Anguilla, Guyana, and defeating Guyana here today, leading Guyana. Another conversion for Anguilla. Well, I don't know if the people on the scoreboard is sleeping, but 41-18. Anguilla, Guyana in possession. Swings it across the court. She's going to go for a long one. She converts. If she does, but she doesn't, and Anguilla quickly up the court with it now. Picking up the tempo of the game is Anguilla. Anguilla, a long searching ball, and touching it there is the goal shoot, so Guyana is going to come away with it. Guyana another opportunity to go on the score sheet. Bouncing pass, picks it up nicely is Guyana, but still with Guyana, infringement. Overcoat. Guyana with it. Well done, Guyana. Guyana, an opportunity to go on the score sheet. She goes up and converts. Score 40. I don't know if the people on the scoreboard is reading, speaking of the play, but it's there 70-40. 17-40. Anguilla goes up, so it's going to be 41 now. Let's see if this is going to make that change. 41 to 17. Oh, good interception there from Anguilla and tossing it back into the court, but Guyana has it. Guyana an opportunity again to go to make it 18 points. A long one. She's going to come in with it. That is contact. Guyana and scores 18 to Guyana, 41 to Anguilla. Just about halfway into the fourth quarter, and the sun is already coming down a bit, so the girls for the 5 o'clock game should have a better conditions in terms of the heat. Anguilla goes up, misses. Guyana will come out of possession. 41 to 18 is Anguilla over Guyana. And in case you're just joining us in the diaspora in the wider region too, is Guyana and Anguilla, the first game of what is supposedly to be a really nice afternoon here for netball. 5 games today. Got 2 games at 5 o'clock, and we have another 2 games at 7 o'clock. And if you're here in host country Grenada, Grenada plays Barbados at 7 p.m. tonight, come on down to the Tanteen Netball Complex and enjoy some beautiful netball. K2 and the girls looking to register their second win as we look towards Sunday, that much anticipated matchup between Grenada and defending champions St. Vincent. So a week of netball here at the Tanteen Netball Complex. And in case you're in St. Vincent and you still want to make that trip, you're hesitating to make that trip, come on down to Grenada, enjoy some oil down and you know what we have here to offer you, and some really good netball, some really good emerging talent here so far. Girls are having fun. Well, Ghana is making a change and the player coming on is limping coming on, so I wonder if that's making much of a sense. At this stage in the fourth quarter, might as well keep her off and treat her because she's hobbling around. It's not good. You're already down 41 to 20 in the fourth quarter, 42 to 20 now. So not much in the game more than to close the gap. More than to close the gap. Anguilla in possession. Still with Anguilla into the goal shoot. And she goes up and in and out of the hoop, but the goal attack is picking it up. Is it Shanae? And converts. So Anguilla goes up 43. Guyana remains on 20. A 23-point difference. Goal difference. Anguilla in center court now. Ball played into the attacking third. And umpire whistle goes. And missing out there is a goal shoot. It's really embarrassed for herself that she will be such close range. And still Guyana taking advantage of that miss from Anguilla. Up the court. Ball tossed. Still with Guyana. Guyana into the middle third. Really slowing things down. The girls must be feeling that heavy pressure from the sun. That tiredness is giving exhaustion also. Guyana Ball played out of touch, but going to be with Guyana still. They got to consume their fluid. They got to drink their fluids. Both countries, both teams, all the teams, as a matter of fact, got to make sure that they stay hydrated because it's hot here at the Tanteen Netball Complex. Sun is in their faces. And that's the end of the match. 43-20. Anguilla winning their second match against Guyana. That's the second match. And the first win for Anguilla. Guyana yet to have a win, and look at the jubilation on the faces. They're hugging the coach, and what a moment for the coach. I guess tonight, later on in the hotel, it's going to be all about, hey, we can do this, we did it. So that's the first game. Anguilla 43-20 over Guyana. And coach is going over now to greet the Guyanese coach. Lots to play for still in this tournament. And coming up next, 2 matches. That should be coming up at 5. Dominica comes up against St. Lucia. Antigua against Montserrat. That's at 5. And then at 7 p.m., Grenada host Barbados, Cayman Islands against St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the defending champions. Right, so we'll see you at 5. We're going to take a shot. We're going to take a break, another half-an-hour break, and then when we come back, we'll come on to you just around 10 minutes before the start of the game, where we see St. Lucia taking on Dominica. So from us here at the Netball Complex in Grenada, we said bye for now. See you again at 5.